Seen that?
Society is collapsing. My wife and I have been living in our car for 50 days now.
Hey, I'm homeless. I live in my car.
I live in my house.
I live in my
Hanging about,
2006 Honda Accord.
Single minimum wage workers are now living in cars, tents, and mobile homes. Today, in the so-called wealthy Western world, people aren't buying homes. They're not even renting. They're sleeping in their cars.
I don't know what that is.
Living in their vans.
What's going on there?
Pitched behind department stores. All because of the price of simply existing. And these aren't the jobless or the lazy. Many of them work full-time.
What the hell is that? What do you got there, buddy? Team sitting on top of it? Oh, he's looking at me now, look. Well, what is it, buddy? What do you got there? He's looking right at me. He's on his hands and knees. Look. Trying to cloak. He goes. Shit. What do you got going on there, mate?
It's just something they have to do. And in cities everywhere, there's a sort of silent migration.
Look at them all down here.
Bedrooms for back seats.
I can see you in there, buddy.
They told us that if we worked hard enough, we'd own a home. That was the dream, wasn't it? The foundation of a good life. But somewhere along the line, the dream was sold to the highest bidder. The system that promised stability failed us all. Investors like
Oh, he's cut up, whatever it is.
Leaders talk about housing affordability like it's some mystery, but it's not. We built economies on debt, greed,
Like the other half of him, yeah.
people are paying for it with their dignity. Home ownership used to be the dream. Now, just having a home, any home, is becoming a privilege. What we thought was the land of opportunity in the West is a castle made of sand, and the tide is
Where's
coming.
the supposed to be at?
Man, what? Soon they will manage to find a way to tax people living in cars.
Hello, my friend. Hello. Hello, my friend. Thank you.
When God cursed all the giants, there was one he chose to forgive. When the flood swallowed the earth and lightning tore the heavens
Thank you.
apart, he didn't run.
Thank you.
He
Thank
knelt
you.
and faced judgment. He was the only giant ever shown mercy by God. His name was Magui, the
He's
son
sitting
of
right there,
Pharaoh,
dead center.
born into a world that was already cursed. His brothers raised their fists to the sky,
There's another one behind him.
devouring the earth, defying their
Thank
creator
you,
in
my
rage.
friend.
But Magui walked away from them. He didn't roar or destroy. He sat quietly beneath a lonely tree, his tears falling
There,
on
look.
his dust-covered hands. And in that silence, he heard a voice,
Thank you.
deep and distant, calling out a single name, Enoch, the one who walked with God. In that moment, Maggie understood that even in a fallen world, hope still
Enoch.
existed. He fell to his knees among the ruins and prayed, I cannot change what I was born from, but I can choose how I
Thank you.
will end. The clouds rolled, thunder roared, the flood began to rise, but Magui did not flee. He closed his eyes and accepted it.
This is the story of
I
what
don't
you
know
use
what's
to
going on
price
here.
the token. It begins by trying a Mason and getting a mobile plan for just $15 with a massive 80 gigs of data for your first renewal. And, well, that's all there is to it. Amazing!
His fate, the heavens trembled, the earth collapsed, and the giants turned to
He's
dust.
sitting in there on a
But his
disc.
soul was taken by the light. Though no one on earth ever knew, God saw him, and his obedience was written in heaven as eternal proof that even
Thank
among
you.
the fallen, there was one who chose to do what was right.
But there's no giant named Magui, not even in the book of Enoch. But, let me know in the comments.
Okay guys, major breaking news. It is official. The last remaining, all 20 of the Israeli hostages have now been handed over. It is done. They are now receiving medical treatment and are being reunited with their families for the first time in after 2 years. The bodies of 28 deceased Israeli hostages will also be handed over today, in addition to the release of 250 Palestinian prisoners and 1,700 detainees from Gaza, which is supposed to happen in the next few hours. Donald Trump has also just landed in Israel on Air Force One and was greeted by Netanyahu on arrival. He's now headed to Jerusalem, where he will address the Israeli parliament, which, to give you a perspective on the significance of this very moment, Trump is only the 4th U.S. president ever to visit Israel and address the parliament, and he's the first to do so in nearly 2 decades. And, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to believe, but the first step so far has been successful, and there were so many people that were doubtful they would even make it this far. Now, Trump was asked if he would like to visit Gaza, and he said he would like to, or put his feet on it at least. Carolyn Levitt, she posted a video from Air Force One of the view, captioning it, "It is a new dawn in the Middle East." But what do you guys think? Keep you guys updated as we know more.
Carbonated beverage with a meal. Why is that, Dr. Litt? Well, the bubbles in your carbonated beverage. By the way, I don't care if it's beer, champagne, soda water, Perrier, sparkling water, ginger ale, soda pop, anything at all that has bubbles in it. The bubbles are carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide has an interesting property. It reduces acidity. It neutralizes acid. Carbon dioxide neutralizes acid. So when you drink something with bubbles in it during a meal, you're neutralizing the stomach acid in your stomach. This is not a good idea. In a healthy stomach, your stomach acid should be so strong that if you chopped off a finger and swallowed it, your stomach would digest it down to the bone. Your stomach is a bag of acid. The stronger the acid, the better. But when you drink a carbonated beverage, immediately before or during a meal, you impede the digestive process of the stomach by neutralizing the stomach acid. Most people have weak stomach acid anyway, because in order to have strong stomach acid, you must be salting your food liberally. Your body needs the chloride that's in the salt to make strong hydrochloric acid, and you also need calcium in order to have the acid squirted into the stomach from the chief cells in the stomach. Chief cells make the hydrochloric acid and squirt them out into the stomach. If you're calcium deprived, deficient in the trace mineral calcium, the introduction
too many there, they do my head in.
will be compromised. Now, most people have been told
I thought I get a headache of each one of them.
salt-restricted diet, and most people are deficient in calcium. So most people's stomach acid is weak to begin with, and then when you pour a carbonated beverage into the stomach on top of weak acid, it's super weak. You're not going to digest hardly anything out of your food.
I'll burp it out though, so the CO2 is released.
Creepy last words people said right before dying. Kathy, a registered nurse, said that she had been caring for a thin, pale woman in her 50s named Shannon, who was dying of cancer. Over the weeks, Shannon started opening up about her life. She was raised Catholic and married young. Her husband worked double shifts so that she could go to college. But when she got there, she drifted away from her faith.